it's Nye, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to see how I got this look, tune in. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell button to get notified when I post. And if you want to see how I got this look, keep watching. So, today we will be priming with the Hangover RX by Too Faced. Start with 2 pumps on your finger. After that, in this look, we are going to be making a rather sharp eyeshadow line, which I'm not a professional, so I will be using Scotch tape. I like to do eyebrows first, just so that I don't forget. And yeah, so we're gonna start by using the Benefit Precisely My Brows brow pencil. We're gonna start using the spoolie end side. Looks like that. We're just going to brush and shape our brows. And this is what our brows look like. Now we are going to go in with the 24-hour brow setter, also by Benefit. And this is what their spoolie looks like for this product. It's got a finer side and it's also got a longer side, and it is flat. It makes it a little bit easier to kind of flatten down your eyebrows, smooth them out a little bit, comb the setting gel through. So we will just do that quickly. Okay. We're going to let this dry. And then we move on to concealer to outline and highlight. The one that I will be using for highlight is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, which is this one. And I will also be using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in the shade Deep Sand. So I will be putting both of those on the back of my hand. And I will be using a flat brush to outline. Obviously you can see that the Deep Sand is a lot darker than the golden concealer. So with a flat brush, clean flat brush, I will be taking this one. Not sure what it is or where it's from, just a random brush. Now we are going to go in with our Shape Tape concealer, which is the darker one. The only thing about this concealer that I didn't anticipate was how deeply it dries down, but once it's on my skin, it actually doesn't look that bad. But I've noticed that when I do let it sit on my hand for a while and it dries down, it becomes very dark. But we are going to use it to outline the top of our brows because it is closer to our skin tone. Like that. And then we are just going to blend upwards and outwards. Now that our brows are done, we will be starting on eyeshadow. Today we will be using the Karity palette. We will be using a few colors that I wouldn't normally use. We'll be using Lumbia, Tweety, Ego, and Medusa. Now, we're going to start with Medusa because that is the color that we're really going to pack on first. Medusa is going to be this green color right here. So we're going to be using this brush. It's very thick, it's very dense, but it's not too big. So it will do very nicely in our crease and in our outer corner. Once you've got your product on, it should look something like this. I mean, if you can get it better, then have at it. Now, we're just gonna put this color in our outer corner and drag it into our crease. Make sure that this color is very, 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 very vibrant so that when we do buff out the edges, the color doesn't completely diminish. This is a very, very nice color. It's very green, it's very dark, it's very earthy. And the pigment shows up really, really nicely, so I'm not disappointed. And honestly, I'm not even worried about tapping off the excess because I want as much of this powder and pigment on my eyes as possible. Now, you're going to diffuse these edges just a little bit using a fluffy brush. Just lightly blending out the outer lines. So now we're going to take our highlighting concealer, the same one that we used before, and we're going to use this to cut our crease. So you're going to take another flat brush. This one's a bit smaller. We're going to go from our inner quarter to about the middle of our lid. Now, using a different flat brush, we are going to dip into this color right here, this beautiful yellow. And if you have this palette, this is the one called Tweety. Good morning. I want like the sun in my eyes right now. Like, that's how yellow I want these colors to be. Okay, perfect. So we're going to brush off anything that may have fallen, just because I know some people wait until the end, but it kind of bothers me. So now we're going to clean said brush, and we're going to dip into the beautiful pink color that you guys saw in the intro. We are going to dip into Lumpia, which is this beautiful bright pink color. We're going to place that right next to the yellow that we used, and we're just going to blend them together. And we're almost going to like scrape the pan almost. Just something like this. Just to make sure that the color really gets on there. We're going to put it right next to and as close to the lash line as you possibly can. Look at that. That's really nice. So once you're satisfied with the color distribution, the color payoff, I think that's uneven. It is. So once you've cleaned off your flat brush again, we are going to go in with this beautiful eggplant color called Ego. It's this beautiful purple, absolutely gorgeous. We are going to, again, just kind of run our flat brush, really just the tip over the pan to kind of scoop out as much color as we can get. We will just add this on to the end. So our pink is kind of getting lost in the purple, so we're just gonna dip right back into that color and try to blend it more with a fluffy brush. So we're going to go back in with the purple, and we are going to drag it all the way to the edge of our tape. This is going to act as a fake wing because this eyeliner does not require eyeliner. So this will give us the depth that we want without being too harsh of black. So we're going to be sure to make this really dark and really dramatic. This is pretty much done, but there is, as you can see, an awful lot of fallout. So we're just going to take our fluffy brush again and just dust it off. We're going to take our tape off and reveal our beautiful lines. Now there is makeup on my face, so as you can see, so we're just gonna take a regular makeup wipe and just wipe it away. So we're gonna go in with the green, bring it all the way down. Just that much. Then we are going to dip back into all the colors that we used up here and mirror them on the bottom. And this is the finished eye look. Just gotta clean it up some and whack on the rest of my makeup. The foundation that I use is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in the color 355 or Coconut. And I'm just gonna take this on my finger, dab it around my face, and blend it in with my very dense foundation brush. We're going to go back in with our highlighting concealer and apply it under the eyes, on the bridge of the nose, the chin, and right between the eyebrows. I like to use my dense foundation brush as more of like a sponge almost to kind of just buff it out. So now that we're done with foundation and concealer, I like to highlight with the setting powder by LA Colors, which as you can see, I am running out of. Just got a little bit in the top. Oh no. Oh no. So using a bigger flat brush, which is this one, we're going to be dipping into our setting powder and setting it everywhere that we put our concealer. Always be sure to tap off any excess because we don't want to look cakey. And just set under the eye and anywhere else that you feel that you might crack or get oily, anything like that. Now I'm going to bronze and highlight with this palette from Sephora. And I will be using this color to bronze and this color to highlight. I will also be using this color as a blush. Now we are going to highlight. So now we're going to go in with this fluffier brush. We're going to dip back into the same shade that we used to highlight and apply it to our brow bone, inner corner, into the bridge, and onto the top of the nose. Now I'm going to pop on my lashes. Today I will be using these Flirty lashes from Kiss. Now if your skin's feeling a little dry at this point, feel free to add back a little bit of moisture I will be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Okay, lashes are on. Now we're just going to use a clean makeup wipe to get rid of any powder that's on our lips before we apply our gloss. So now we will be using this glitter gloss from e.l.f. It's really, really pretty. Very shimmery. Very, very shimmery. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it wasn't too hard. I did this and I'm not in any way, shape, or form an MUA of any kind. I'm just having fun, and I hope that other people who watch this video don't feel pressure to be perfect or like they see on Instagram or things like that. Just do your best, have fun with makeup, honestly. Karity is a really good place to get started. Karity and ColourPop are a great place to start looking at palettes and lipsticks and things like that because they are so affordable. And they have really great pigments as well, so why break the bank if you don't have to? Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and remember, have patience and be kind.